Thank you. So now in a presentation, what's in the presentation? The presentation is not just reading the script. It's not just reading, oh, I have a script to read. No, it's putting life into it. But the first thing, your structure in the presentation starts with your desire, your why. Why do you want to do it? Why did I succeed in presentation? How did I transform from being a very reserved person to being able to do a presentation? Was because of my why. I saw this thing had more money. Some of you in the office there have financial needs. If I have a financial need, please raise your hand. Financial needs, raise your hand. Those, okay, those who have have a car, raise your hand. I have a car. Those, if you have a car, raise your hand. Okay, I have my own property, raise your hands. Okay, now, but so you have a car, you have your own property, yet you still have a need to meet, you still have financial needs to meet. So now, when you now see that you have a need to meet, and Central Master gives you that need, that opportunity for you to meet your needs, then it's easier for you to do a good presentation. It makes it very, very easier for it. So it's not. So it's you should be able to, if you have, this is my reason why I want to do it. First of all, you must have your reason. Now, if your reason is strong, you will deliver a set. Today, I'm not going to talk about, maybe some of you thought about when I say I'm going to train on presentation today, you thought maybe I'm going to show you. Is Grace back? Mommy Grace, Grace, is that Grace? Grace, please come to the front seat. If that is Grace that's coming. Okay, thank you. Please sit by Victoria. I want to use something. Okay, now in a presentation, I am not physically in the office, but I want Grace. I want Grace to speak on something. So when you have, this is your reason why you want to do it. You go all out and you do it. The Central Master presentation has done so easy that you have a script. Secondly, there's something unique that the office is doing now. The office is saying, even when you don't have your own presentation, if the office generates a presentation and you go on that presentation, right? You get to share in part of the commission of the owner of the presentation. For example, if Victoria has a presentation and she's unable to go on the presentation, and Grace goes on the presentation, Grace will split the commission with Victoria. Am I correct? Am I correct? If I'm correct, just wave. Good. So now, before you say, okay, I don't do presentation because I'm waiting to have my own personal presentation. But the office is now saying that, look, we have presentations in the office. So if you are able to do a presentation in a week, you should be able to do more than 5, because you can call the office. Do you have a presentation in the office? I'm available. I'm ready to go on that presentation. So you see a situation where in a week, you do presentation for yourself and you do for the office, and on all of them, you're making money. So that's another reason why you need to if you say you have a financial need you want to meet, you now see another reason why you need to be able to do a presentation. Now, when you go, what is the big thing about the presentation? Is you just present the thing as it is, and let the customer convince himself. So when you get into a home, you have the questionnaire, you give the customer the questionnaire, ask the customer the questions. Are you trying to eat healthy? Why? Do you see, is there anybody in the family who has history of high blood pressure, high cholesterol? Say no. Why? Who has it? What I'm going to show you today is something that could help you stay from these diseases. If something that will be interested to you, you just follow the script and do the presentation as it is. Don't be scared. See, the person you are going to meet in the house does not know anything. Even if they have seen transactional presentation before, they have not seen you. So the first thing that sets a set is you. Breaking that genes, telling yourself, I can do it. And for those of you who can do presentation, Philip, Cosmos, Grace, when you go with somebody on the presentation, don't go into the presentation and say, oh, I'm taking Chizoba, I'm taking Murphy to a presentation. And I get into the place and I discover that this man is a chef set material. So therefore I say, Murphy, you are new, stay aside, I'll do the presentation. No, let Murphy do the presentation. Let him make his mistake. When you go in, you tell the customer, okay, I've gone into a house now. I want to do the presentation. I'm with Murphy. Murphy is brand new. No, who is brand new there? Yes, Mark Anthony. Okay, not Mark Anthony. Murphy has done some presentation. So long as the person has done some training or has gone through the training, you go into the presentation, and then Grace and, okay, let me give Grace and Chizoba, go into a home, and then Grace discovered that the person is a chef set material. The temptation is for Grace to take over the presentation. Chizoba has been doing presentations since, but this time now, because it is chef set material, let's just make sure that Chizoba does not spoil the presentation. Let's give it to Grace. Grace, take it. No, let you introduce yourself. Today, I'm in the office. I'm your house, Mr. and Mrs. Cosmos. Thank you for working on your home today. Myself and my colleague Chizoba are here to show you a presentation, blah, 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 blah. As part of our presentation, Chizoba is going to be doing the presentation. I'm her training supervisor. I'll be coming in as part of the coming in from time to time. Let Chizoba do the presentation. While you have your notes on your paper, I am making notes. The first message that I will send to the customer is that this is a very structured organization, wherein you're having somebody who's following the training to a presentation. And Chizoba, don't be scared to say, oh, this man is a big man. No, just do your normal presentation. Follow it normally. And at the end of the day, when you want to close the set, it is the same thing as when you want to start somebody to buy banana from you if you have sold banana before, or you're trying to get somebody, you're trying to convince those who have children, your child, to take biscuits. It says the same thing. You just show emotions and the persons, look, what I've shown you today, is this something that will help you? Do you see as something that will benefit your head and that your family? And the person says yes or no. Okay, so what point do you see, what point don't you agree with? Let him talk to you. Okay, so if you're going to eat this way, what's the benefit to your head and that your family? Let him say. And at the end of the day, okay, I'm glad you said that. Okay, let's go on. And then you close the presentation. So confidence, your first confidence, nobody is better than you. Nobody is smarter than you. Put that in your head. Chizoba, you've not delivered a set. Choma Eze, Queen, you can do a presentation. When you go into a presentation, so I did the cooking. No, you should not do the cooking. When you go into a presentation, it is the customer that will do the cooking. Because you're only going to show you're not going to teach the customer how to cook. You're only going to show the customer how they be cooking their food when you have left their when they have invested in their sets. So let the customer do the cooking. The only difference is that the customer is cooking in your own cookware, and that's what you are going to sell to the customer. So you walk into the house of Mr. and Mrs. Queen, and you don't go as you say, Queen, I know you can cook, Mrs. Queen, I know you can cook well. I've not come to teach you how to cook. I've only come to show you how to keep nutrients in your food, and you're going to be doing the cooking the meal yourself. I'll just talk you through the health benefit. That's all. Which is the flip chart. And you read. You do the calorie test yourself. You explain to them, and then when it's time to do the salad, even in doing the salad, you reserve one vegetable for the customer. Let the customer participate. Possibly the cucumber or the apple. You put the customer. You come and try it, and then the customer tries it as he's doing it. You are watching the customer's hand as he's getting towards the cone. You take it over from the customer and you complete it. Look at what I do in my presentation. Normally I reserve the apple for the customer. I take about 3 apples into my presentations. I do one and I say, okay, Mrs. Chizoba, yeah, Mrs. Deborah, come and take this one now. And then I give it a please wash your hand. See the way I did it. They're going to do it. And I ask the husband, okay, watch what Madam is going to do now. Watch it, Madam, do it. And as she starts doing, I'm already clapping. I say, can you see, Madam, can you see how it is easy for you to use Salad Master? Say, okay, Madam has already started using Salad Master. Let's congratulate you. And they're excited. They have already had a connection to my food processor. Guess what? They will ask me, even though we invest in the set, they tell me they want that thing because Madam has touched it. Then when it now gets to doing the chicken, I ask the customer, do you have chicken at home? Say yes. Okay, bring your chicken. If you don't have, can I use my own? He said yes. When I'm booking a customer, I tell the customer, this is what I'm going to be using. Do you have chicken? If you have chicken, I bring my own chicken, but if you have chicken, fine. Because I've gone into homes where I took chicken to the home and the customer told me after doing everything, he said, he won't taste my chicken. I said, why? He said, because he only tastes food that is halal. It was a Muslim home. And then since that day, I said, no, I have to let the customer know this is what I'm going to be doing. So if you have the food, you can have the food, but I'll be bringing everything. So when I come in, I take permission. This is my chicken. Can I use this or you want to use yours? I've also gone into homes where the customer said they don't eat all this agric chicken. They eat only native chicken. So I now tell them, okay, in booking, Faith, I hope you are listening. In booking, I say, okay, if it's native chicken you have, prepare it this way, cut it this way, make sure you prepare before I get there. So they prepare their native chicken and I use it. And I allow them to cook. And that thing delivers, sells very well. So when it is time for do the chicken, I just show the customer, look at the cook, look at the oil skillet. That's if there's NEPA in their house, if NEPA is gracious enough to give them light, I use the electric skillet. I show them how it is. I put the first chicken on it, and I tell them to put the remaining one on it. If for any reason NEPA is on duty, you know when NEPA is on duty, that means they're not working. Am I correct? When NEPA is on duty, there's no light. Am I correct? Good. So now when NEPA is on duty in their home, I use 11-inch. So I put 11-inch on fire and I tell them, yeah, I put the first chicken. I say, you now put the remaining chicken. Let the customer do it. Then when it's time to do the yam, I take the yam, I show the customer, you do have yam. Then I brought my own yam, but can we use your yam? You say, yes, bring your yam. And I hold their tuber of yam. Just a minute. Let me show you something. So I hold, let me remove this so you can see this thing. Okay. So I hold the tuber of yam like this. Madam, this is your yam, right? Okay, madam, if you want to eat this yam, for how many people do you have in the house now? Let's count them. We have Faith, Queen, Chisaba, Grace, Cosmos, Murphy, McAnthony, Jonathan, Mrs. Oji, Philip, Deborah. So if you want to give yam to everybody, how many pieces of yam are we going to use? She said, would this yam be enough? They said, no, it won't be enough, or we'll cook more than that. Okay. So now what we're going to do now is, what if I cut the yam here and prepare only this one? Will it be enough to feed everybody? Then the man will say, that will not feed only me. I said, okay, won't feed only you, eh? Good. So let's try. Madam, today we're going to use this yam. We'll cut from here to here. That's all we're going to use. So let's cut the yam. Can you please help? I cut the yam. And after that, I take the food brush. I show them, I say, put it under the running water. And then I show them how to clean it. After I've cleaned it, I now cut their yam in their presence. And after cutting the yam, after cutting the yam, next I put in the church pan. I show them how to do it. Put it. Then I put 1 inch of water. I show them the water. I cover it, and I say, Madam, we next will go to the cooker. I say, Madam, this is your cooker now. Set it on high heat. They put it on high heat. Okay. I said, Madam, normally when you are cooking your yam, what temperature do you put your yam at? They put it at. They will set it at the very high. I said, okay, Madam, what if we bring it down to this lower heat? I bring it down to maybe 6. You say, the thing will not cook on time. Oh. I said, okay, but if I do at this stage, for 6, it's of 9, will you be saving on your energy? Madam will say, yes, I'll be saving. I said, okay, Madam, let's leave it at this. Then next thing I do, I say, okay, watch Madam. Madam, now take this cookware now and put it on fire. Let me move my camera briefly and show you something. So next, I now say, okay, Madam. So and I say, so you take the cookware now, take the cookware, and then Madam puts it on fire. So Madam lifts it up, and then she places it on the fire herself. The moment she has done that, guess what I do next? Guess the next I start to do, I start to clap. And I say, watch me, next thing I'll just be clapping. As the Madam is dropping the yam on the fire, I'm clapping. And I tell the husband, congratulations, Madam has said cooking with Salad Master. Madam, can you see how easy it is to cook with Salad Master? So when you get them to do the cooking, now is them doing the cooking. They have put the chicken on fire themselves. We only show them how to do it. They have put the yam on fire themselves. Then when you now cut the 4 veg you put on this thing, you put it there, you take it to fire, put at low heat, put the egg, and get them to also put it on the fire. So they have participated in putting everything on fire themselves. They have participated in doing the salad. They have helped you. They have done part of the salad with you. So the question now is this. So now the question is, you have created a connection between them and your cookware. Now see where this is going to pay off for you. At the end of when the food is served, you now turn to the husband. Madam, you cook this food. I did not cook it. Now, how does it taste? So what is the difference between what you cook today and what you are doing for? The only difference is what? It's Salad Master. You have been cooking here in your house before, haven't you? She said, yes. The one you cook, you add salt. She said, yes. But this one that you cook today using salad master, you did not add salt. Yes or no? He said, yes. So what's the benefit of this to your head? Then the next one, you say, madam, the chicken you did today, you've been cooking chicken yourself, you prefer chicken, but you did this one out yourself. You see the way I'm putting it? You did it yourself. And what is different that I did? The only difference is what? It is salad master using doing it. The cake that we baked, you have baked cake before in the oven. But the difference today is that you bake cake on the gas hob. You see, not I, but you, the customer. And as the customer now, what's the benefit of this to your head? And get the customer now to give you a response. See what this, how this helped me include the say. I went into a home and then they had a chef. So in the house, very big man, they had a chef. So the chef was one doing the cooking. I was just assisting the chef, showing what to do. So when we finished, I said, madam, see what? It's your chef that did it today. Can you see? And the chef was screaming. The chef said, madam, the man eats only native chicken. The chef now said, madam, this chicken, when I'm preparing this chicken, it takes me a long time for it to get ready. But look, 15 minutes, it is ready. 15 minutes, the chef could not believe his eyes. Now, I didn't do it. The chef, the customer did it. And all I was just doing, I just took the flip chart and just read on the flip chart and let the customer convince himself. When you do a presentation that way, the only reason the customer will not invest in your set is if they don't have money. If they have money, they will invest in the set. So I was asking a question earlier on, say, when Mark Anthony and Murphy and then Chizoba, I was asking, can you read? I was not trying to be derogatory or trying to not respect your person. What I was trying to let you know is that, look, this thing is, so long as you can read, you just read. A good salesperson is one who says, I don't know. So when you go into a presentation, don't claim to know everything. You go into a presentation and the customer asks you, so what is the pH level of the this of the chemical reaction of this and this and this 20 grammar? Sir, I don't know. But if that's important to you, I can get that information to you. When you are embedding your set, I will show you that. Simple. So you don't claim to say, if I don't say I don't know, that means the man will invest in myself. No. If he doesn't invest in yourself, so what? Some will, some won't, so what? Move on. Our business, there are people who will not invest in Salad Master today. Tomorrow they will invest in Salad Master. Now, if somebody does not invest in Salad Master today, it does not take anything from me. There's nothing personal. If I go and cook for Mrs. Oji, and Mrs. Oji says she can't invest in myself, it's too expensive. It's not me. She's one who's losing, not me. So there's nothing personal about it. Now let me now come back to Grace. When Grace joined our organization, Grace is a very smart woman. I respect her so much, and I call her Mommy Josh. Out of respect I have for her. But Grace found it very, very difficult to go on the presentation on her own. She was very shy. She's a very shy woman. Look at her there. She's a very shy woman. And she will not want to go on the presentation. She said, someone must go with me. Someone must go with me. She said, oh, Daddy, follow me. I said, I can't go on a presentation with you. But one day she booked somebody. And she said the person was going to invest, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, get ready to go. And she was going, who is the person? Your pastor? Hey, go and do the presentation. And she was like, she can't. I said, go ahead and do it. I'm coming from there. She went on the presentation herself. At the end of the presentation, Grace, can you remember what you said? Please unmute her. Can you, Philip, please unmute. I want to hear what she said. Let me know the one say it.
I want to hear what she said. Let me know the one say it.
Yes, when I came back that day, I was so excited. I said I never knew presentation was that easy. And that was, and I got an order from you. And the amazing part of it is that they were just clapping for me, and I knew I was saying rubbish.
So you see, you think you are saying rubbish. The customer does not know. That is why presentation is very easy. See, I have gone into a presentation. See, I went into a presentation. This was after I became a dealer. Can you know, we all can make mistakes. I went into the home, and this customer and the wife confused me so much. They confused me very well. They will not allow me enter their kitchen. So anything I want to do, the woman would take things from me. I was confined to the dining table. And the woman was looking at her, she wanted to go back to her shop, want to go back to her shop. So I was really, they destabilized me. And I did the carrot test. After I graded the carrot, I poured water into it. So after I poured water into it, then I remember, they have not tasted the ordinary the carrot without water. Guess what I did? I just put the cup aside, took a second carrot and grated it. I said, okay, man, now here are 2 carrots. This one, no water, just water. Taste this one first. He tasted it. I said, how does it taste? Taste the second one. And she tasted this. Can you see the difference now? She did not know I had made a mistake. I went on that presentation. They brought out, I put the vegetable on fire. I didn't know I had to put on low heat. I put on a high heat. Before I turned out, and that was my first presentation of my own. When I put the vegetable on fire, it was at high heat, because me, I don't cook. You know, God so loved me so much. He gave me a very wonderful woman who cooks for me. So over 20 something years I married her now, I've forgotten how I used to cook before I got married to her. I know how before I married to her, I know my cooking was experiment. I go into the kitchen. There was no YouTube then, but I do experimental cooking. Don't worry, none of you will come and eat my food. You know, so I didn't know what one is low here. I just put it there. Then when I went to the kitchen, because the man has 2 chefs, I saw that the whole vegetable was burnt. My first presentation. Guess what I did? I just smiled. Just smiled. I trotted out the burnt vegetables. When you are going on a presentation, always have a sponge with you. Let me show you something you should always have. When you're going on a presentation, always make sure you have your what? Your sponge with you. First, you must have your sponge. You're going to wash there. Guess what I did? I just took the pan, washed it, cleaned it, and you know, no matter how stained a cookware is, when you use this hard sponge dry on it, it cleans it. You don't even need the powder. This one, piam, you remove all the stain. So I just did it, piam, I removed it, and then I came out. Can you hear me? I think the office was knocked off. Can you put back the office again? Okay. So when you go on a presentation, make sure your pack is very rich. Don't go with one micro carrot. Well, no, go with enough carrot. Go with extra. Don't go with only 2. Go with more. Have rich this thing. It doesn't cost money. Go with enough. Me, I will have extra bag. Apart from my bag I'm taking, I have extra bag. How much will it cost me to buy those things? Not much, because I know when I deliver a set, how much I'm going to get out of it. So I came out, quickly cut more from my bag, and I cut fresh salad, for vegetables for it. Before I finished cutting it, I saw the 2 chefs standing at the door of the kitchen. And when I saw them, I mentally did sign of the cross. I said, ah, man, God, I hope I've not messed up again. And as I approached, the guys now say, okay, see, this is clean. It's clean. It's very fast. It's very clean. I say, I told you guys, it's very, very fast. This is very easy to use. It makes your work easy in the kitchen. And the guy said, Oga must buy this thing today. And I said, please make sure you tell him. Make sure you tell Oga. So they did it. And then when I now put it back on fire, guess what I did? I told them, people should watch this one very well. Don't make sure it gets burnt again. Watch it properly. So is that easy? Is that easy? Great fun in your presentation. The world is not coming to an end. If they don't invest in yourself, they won't slap you. It is natural for us to make mistakes. I remember back again to Grace. When that presentation she went for, seeing her do that presentation alone, that was the beginning of her confidence that she could do a presentation alone. So going forward today, this week now, everybody, out of the 13 people in the office, I want to see that each person would do at least 2 presentations, at least 3 presentations this week. So the presentation we're going to get from the office, the numbers, the ones you're going to call, make sure you go on presentation. If you don't have a presentation, ask the office, is there a presentation for me to do? If there's none, call your pastor. Pastor, I want to come and show you a presentation. Be confident, go and then show the pastor the presentation. He will refer you on to other people. Is it your customer? If you don't have a presentation, call your customer. I'm coming to show you something in your home today. Invite 1 or 2 of your friends to your house, and I will show them a presentation in your house. Now, today, Grace, from that not being able to do a presentation, she now has a confidence of doing a presentation on her own. So I want each of you to know that you, Victoria, Choma Eze, Queen, Faith, Chizoba, Grace, Cosmos, Murphy, McAntony, Jonathan, Mrs. Oji, Philip, and Deborah, you can all do a presentation. And this week, resolve in yourself. Ask yourself, that financial need you want, do you want to go and beg money? God has given you the opportunity. Just call that person. Okay, I don't have any presentation. Have you sold to somebody before? Yes. Call the person you're coming. You should invite a friend. You're going to do a presentation in his house for the friend to see it. You don't have anybody to present to. Do you have a pastor? Tell your pastor you're going to show him a presentation. You should get somebody in his house. If you don't have a pastor, you don't go to church. Okay. Who doesn't have a pastor? They raise your hand. I don't have a pastor. So you don't have pastors. Who dead? Your pastor does not know you. Is any member here, you are in a big congregation, your pastor does not know you? Raise your hand. A big congregation. Good. Fantastic. If your pastor does not know you, it's even better. Just walk up to your pastor and say, Pastor, I'm a member of this congregation. There's something I do I want to thank you, Pastor, for always praying for me. This congregation, I know you don't know me. It's a very big congregation, you don't know me. But there's something I do in my business, something where I work. I need to come and show you what I'm going to do so you can bless me during the presentation. So you and mommy be in the house. If it's the pastor is a woman, you and daddy be in the house tomorrow. I'm coming in. Don't ask them when they'll be free. Say, I'm coming in tomorrow by 12 o'clock to come and show you what to do. Get carrots ready, get yam in the house, get this, and I'll come and show you. So please make sure you wait for me at home at 12 o'clock. The pastor will say, no, 12 is not okay for me. Okay, 10 o'clock in the morning. What of 10 o'clock? You give them the time. Don't tell them, don't ask them, when do you have time? Give them the time. Let them give them, if you go and show them a presentation. Alone. You alone. And when you are going, tell the person, I want you to rate me how I'm going to do today. And see whether, well, at the end, I'm going to ask you some questions. So please give me, what I need from you is an honest answer. When I make the opening course, what do you think I tell the customers? What I tell the customer is, thank you for allowing Chizoba into your home today, for allowing Deborah into your home today. Deborah is going to be showing you how powerful your food is, how to preserve nutrients in your food. And please participate and watch carefully. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to be speaking with you again, and I'll be asking you for feedback on how Deborah performed in your house today. So your feedback is very important to us. We'd like to have feedback on how they did. Now, when I tell a customer that, the customer knows that it takes more interest in it because he's expecting to hear to give me a feedback. His mind is not is going to invest in anything. His mind is going to give me a feedback. So when Choma Eze go before that chef-said customer, the first thing you tell the customer is, I need your feedback on me, what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to ask you a question at the end of my presentation to see how I performed before you today and how what interested you most in my presentation today. When you have told the customer that at the end of the presentation, you're not doing a review. So Mrs. Queen, what interested in what I've shown you today? He answers you. You're not writing notes. Take notes. What interested you in what I've shown you today? She says it. Okay, what I've shown you today, is this something you think that can help somebody stay away from these diseases? He takes notes. Yeah. What I did today, isn't anybody who can do what I did today? They say, yes, that statement is to recruit. Mrs. Faith, what I just did today, do you know anybody who can do what I did today? So who is the person that you think can become my office has a limited opportunity? We look for people who can train to do what I did today. Some will say, my daughter will join you. My wife can do it. And you take down their notes. Then you go back. Okay, what I've shown you today, will it be of benefit to your health and your family? And he said, yes. Okay. Madam, Mrs. Queen, Mrs. Deborah, I did not cook the food today. You cook the food. So when the food, the yam you ate today, continue to eat this way, your family, what will be the benefit on that of your family, of your family? Let them speak. Okay, your wife cooked for you today. The only difference is that the food your wife cooked is your food, not my food. The only thing she did was my cookware. So will you want to continue to eat this way and enjoy the benefit you have just told me? They will answer you yes or no. It's okay. Yes, thank you very much. And then you show them the set. Remember, I showed them the set, chef set, master set, professional set, and then you stop there and give them prices and say, which one suits your home? Which one suits you? And they say this. And they say, no, these things are expensive. Okay, expensive. By expensive, are you saying that compared to this year, do you remember that? Let me do it again so people can say it. Okay, so when you say expensive, are you saying that where is Victoria run to? Come back, sit down, watch this thing I'm doing. We're almost done. I'm going to ask you questions now. So when you now say training is very essential, we'll make it brief, but it's important you watch every part so you don't miss out of it. You ask the customer, I'll show you master set, chef set, and professional set, and the customer says, oh, it's expensive. Oh, these prices are high. Then you pause. So let me try, Mrs. Deborah, let me try and understand what you mean by it's expensive. Are you saying that compared to that, what you mean by that expensive, that compared to watch me, Victoria, please look up, watch me. Are you saying that compared to this, your non-stick, that Salad Master, it's expensive, to compare the amount you use in buying this, your non-stick, that Salad Master is expensive? Is that what you are trying to say? I'm trying to understand, Mrs. Chomaizi. I'm trying to understand what you mean when you mean by expensive. Is that what he said? Yes. Then you now know that he's looking at it as cooking pots. Then you now drop this Salad Master and say, okay, that's okay. So, Mrs. Grace, now this one, your cookware, what we did today, you can't achieve it, right? And you have said that what we did, you cooked with this today, and you say cooking this way will help you to stay away from diabetes, minimize risk of cholesterol. Is that what you said, right? Then Mrs. Choma, is that what you told me, right? Correct. So now, this and cholesterol, which one is more expensive? Let them answer you. Then when they have answered, okay. So now they get the point. So you say this one, it gives you a better health benefit than this one. So you now go back to, okay, so Mrs. Queen, how much can you invest in your head today? What's your budget? How much can you invest in your head today? I'm here to help you. And the customer now says, it is like 1 million. Hey, you now know 1 million. Okay, you have 1 million. If you add 700,000 to it, you give you a presentation set. You now guide the customer. Now, in closing, please note that anybody can do presentation. If Faith, Grace there can be doing presentation and delivering big sets, anybody can achieve it. She said that Grace, very shy woman, but Mommy Josh, forgive me for saying this, very shy woman, but today I'm so proud of her that she took up the courage. And the moment she took up the courage, that lioness in her, there's a lion sitting inside her, the lion that came out. And today she goes into a home and she said, why wouldn't you invest in the site today? You talk with a lot of confidence. So the same thing, Chizoba, is Chizoba there? Chizoba, is it there? Can you hear me? Is Philip there? Okay,
Yes,
Chizoba, can wait. Okay. Queen, is Queen there?
Queen, is Queen there?
Yes, sir.
Chama, are you there?
Chama, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Murphy, are you there?
Murphy, are you there? Yes, sir.
Jonathan, are you there?
Jonathan, are you there? Yes, sir.
Deborah, are you there?
Deborah, are you there?
Yes,
Cosmos, are you there?
Cosmos, are you there? Yes, sir.
Faith, are you there?
Faith, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Victoria, are you there?
Victoria, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Audrey, are you there?
Victoria, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Mark Anthony, are you there?
Mark Anthony, are you there? Yes, sir.
Who did I skip?
Who are you asking?
Abraham, Professor.
Abraham, are you there?
Abraham, are you there? Yes, sir.
So now, when you take this work trained on today, please just meet the office before I just meet the office.
Meet the office before I let me.
Now, when you take these things into a presentation, there is no way you will not deliver a set. And when you go into a home, like I trained on a couple of weeks ago, when the customer has said this, you can do the closing and we only just call us to just put icing on the cake. You would have done it. So note, all you are going to do is you are just reading the script. The cooking, you and the customer do the cooking with the customer doing more of the cooking than you, and you're just supervising and use that to close the customer. When you get into a home where the woman does not like the cookware, you notice that the woman you give you the tough time. You involve the woman in the cooking, and then you start to pamper her. You say, "Madam, can you see how this is going to save time? Or God, can you see how this will save Augusta Madam's time, save her stress in the kitchen, and then give her enough time to take care of her children and take care of everybody in the house?" The woman feels happy that there's somebody who thinks about her welfare, that you have actually come to the house to think about her welfare and not just take money from her. So you share the customer. What I've shown you today, can you see how this is going to help you? So, as I throw up the mic to open for our questions, know that you can do a presentation. There's special Excel master presentation. Take it away from your head. I can't do a presentation. It's a lie. It's a lie. Inside you can do a presentation. So for those of you who are taking people out, Abraham, Philip, when you take anybody out on the presentation, let them do the presentation, allow them to fail. Okay? Watch them do the presentation, and they'll pick up. You see, in every human being, if it's a man, there's a lion in the man. If it's a woman, there's a lioness in the person. The moment the person is pushed to the wall, they'll put to where? Look at Grace's testimony. Her very first presentation. There's nothing she did not tell me to follow up on that presentation, and I refused. But guess what happened? They clapped for her. They were hailing her, saying, "You are fantastic, you are good," and this thing. Even though she would think herself she was doing rubbish. What happened at the end of the day? You heard from her mouth now, not me. She got referral from that presentation. She did not get a say. She got an order form. The man eventually did not invest in the set. But bottom point I'm making is this. You can do it. Everybody can cook. So Faith, going forward, everybody in the office is going to cook this week. Do I get it from everybody? You are going to cook this week and you can do it. Can you do it? If you can do it, I need to wait. Say, I can do it. Okay, so let's clap for ourselves. I'm going to take questions now. Let me start from Mrs. Yobosa. She's online. I'll tell Mrs. Yobosa, you unmute yourself and tell us what you learned today, and let's have your question. After that, we'll have Mrs. Oladejo before I come to the office. So, Mrs. Yobosa. Okay, Mrs. Oladejo, if any of you can unmute and ask your questions on what you learned today.
Yes, sir. My question is, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. you were saying that we should allow the newcomers to do the presentation. But I think it is better for them to watch the presentation 3 to 5 times before they can go there. Because this, we are talking about 1 million or 2 million worth of goods. It's not just something you can just take with a loose hand or talk anyhow and leave. And again, I want to ask a question. Is the office not teaching or taking the people how to do presentation before they can go out? I think it is better for them to stand in the office, to do it, we watch them. Then when they go to any house, we follow them, we know what to do. But for them just to go anyhow without seeing it or without experiencing it, it will be a little bit difficult. They may not be able to make sense there. And for what I actually gained for today, we're made to understand that when we enter a home, we should allow the customer to do the cooking. Like the one me and Faith went yesterday, the woman was there with us in the kitchen. We're both doing everything together in the kitchen. And again, we're made to understand that we should, if you don't have any presentation, either in the office or ourselves, we should go to our customers, tell them to invite their friends, we should present it to them, we should go to our pastors and discuss with them and do the presentation so that we can get the list of people we can refer us. So that is what I actually, and also in case of price comparison, we should let them know that the pots they have in their home, can it do what our cookware, the health benefits our cookware have, their pots does not have it. We should try to convince them. So that is exactly what I actually do.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So let me answer that one quickly.
Yes, sir.
When I say go out on a presentation, one, I expect that the office have the 3 days training. When you join the office, we train you on how to book. When you have booked your first presentation, you follow on the presentation. And after that, you are taken through a training on the presentation. Is that what's going on in the office? Please give me a feedback from the office. Is that what's going on in the office? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now, when you have gone through, when a new person joins the business, the first week, he's taught how to book, he books a presentation, and then he follows to see a presentation. On that first presentation, he's watching everything. He's not doing anything, he's watching. Then after that, he's taken back into training. And after training, he's gone out to go and he goes on his own presentation, the second one, and completes the blast off, which is 6 presentations in what? 15 days. What we expect is that by the presentation, by the 4th presentation, you should be able to do a presentation on your own. The 5th one, they just watch you do the presentation and make some corrections. While the 6th one is your graduation. So what I'm training on today is this. Every one of you there in the office who has gone through this training and have completed your blast off, you can go and do a full presentation on your own. Once you have gotten a script, once you have gotten a presentation, you've done a blast off, you can do a presentation on your own. If you have not completed your blast off because of one thing or the other, you've not gotten enough, you are not able to book 6 people and more than 15 days now. I expect that you have gone through the training and you have the script. And when you have the script, you go to do a presentation. Now, on the issue of the the product being 6 million or 10 million or whatever, I would want to give a rookie, somebody who is not strong enough to do a presentation. What sells a presentation is not your skill. What sells a presentation is a customer's decision. A customer says to himself. Most times you go into a presentation, you feel that, oh, I'm the expert, so let me go, I know the right answer that I'm going to use. No, let the customer see the presentation. You are there. If I come into the office now and I go in a presentation with Chizoba or Choma Eze to do a presentation, and we get there and the customer is in chef set material. Choma Eze has been doing presentation, several presentations. Mine is, I'm not going to take over the presentation. I'm just going to take up my script, because while I'm there, I want to find out why has Choma Eze done several presentations and she has not sold. So I take up my note and I introduce myself. I'm the supervisor in the house today, and I sit down as she's doing the presentation. I'm making my notes to see where she's gone wrong. And then when she's finished talking, see, notice when she's finished, whatever she's done the presentation, watching the presentation, she's reading the script. I just watch, anybody can read the script. It's cooked the food. Yeah, it's cooked the food already. Where I come in with my experience is when it's, if I know that at the end of the day, the customer is not trying to get the head benefit, I only come in asking questions. What is about showing you today? What's the benefit to you? Eating this way, how will it help your family? That is where I come in. So when I say allow the new person who has done, not brand new from the streets, the person who has done through his blast off or has seen several presentations, some presentations done on 3 presentations, you can do a presentation on your own. Now, the issue of this presentation, some of us think that we think erroneously that you need to do plenty presentation before you can go on your own presentation. No. I give myself as an example. I went on a training presentation with Madam. I did up to the carrot test. I was doing it before somebody who was my student. And I was shivering in the presentation. Can you imagine it? Standing with my wife and my friend's wife who was there. Me doing the presentation to my own student. And I was what? Shivering. So Madam took the presentation, that was my very first presentation. The next day, I was on the plane going to Port Harcourt to go and do presentation on my own. I didn't know when to flip the chicken. I didn't know when to do anything. But here on my own, and I did the presentation on my own. Like Grace. Yes, I know I messed up, but at the end of the day, they clapped for me and they invested in the set. We had another person, one of our person who was just one time in the presentation. Our first booking, she went and she was not happy the way the person who went without the presentation did. She was not happy at all. So when she booked her next presentation, guess what she did? She just went and did the presentation on her own. I'm not saying she do that. But she went, did it on her own, and she got a master's set, and the man later upgraded to a chef set. And not only that, he ended up recruiting the person into the business. So it is, bottom line is this: you can do it. Don't rely on say, oh, because I'm not, I can't do present. No, everybody who has gone through the training should be able to do a presentation. Who has not gone through the presentation training? Please raise your hand. Anybody in the office that has not gone through the training, can you raise your hand? Stand up if you have not gone through the training. Mark Antonia, I know you have not gone, you are brand new, so you've not gone through the training. Has you gone through it? I think has Mark Antonia gone through the training? Eh?
Mark Anthony gone through the training.
I'm on the training, sir.
Okay, who has not completed the training? Those who have not completed training, raise up, please stand up. Queen, have you completed the training? Queen?
Can you do presentation now? Queen? Can you do it?
Yes, sir.
Have you?
Completed
You have
it.
seen the present. You have gone through the complete training.
You have gone through the complete training.
Yes, sir.
Murphy,
Murphy. Sir?
have you gone through the complete training from beginning to the
Have you
end?
gone through the complete training from beginning to the end? Yes, sir.
Deborah, have you gone through the training from beginning to the end?
Have you gone through the training from beginning to the end?
Yes, sir.
So you guys can do a presentation.
You guys can do a presentation.
Mark Anthony, please sit down. Okay, so let me now get from the office what to do, like questions from the office, please. Or meet the office, let me have questions from Mr. Siobosa. When you're mute, just let me know and I will talk about it in the office.
Just let me know and I will talk about it in the office.
Yes, that's our question from the office.
Yes, that's our question from the office.
Yes, Victoria.
Yes, Victoria.
Okay, so this is it's not a question per se. I want to really appreciate you for this lecture, this training we've had today, because it's something we all need. And like yesterday, we were talking about something like this in the office, some complaints and all that. And coincidentally, we're talking about it today. So, in fact, we are very grateful that you're saying it's giving us opportunity to go out and do it, especially those of us who know or who think we would like to, or maybe one thing or the other is not making us do it. So I really want to thank you very much for this opportunity, because it's making me already feel I can do it. I know I can, I know, but I'm going to do it now. Thank you very much, sir. Now, another thing is one thing I learned is, which is also a very good marketing strategy or sales strategy, is carrying our customers along, like allowing your customer to do part of the cooking. You know, like part of the salad, you tell the customer, madam, okay, come and try this. She will smile and come up to try it. You know, she herself will be feeling, wow, she's already a part of it. And you yourself, even if you're not very sure of yourself, at that point, you have some confidence. Hey, I'm already getting my customers' heart. So that's one thing I've learned today. And another thing which I want to ask and talk about is the timing of the presentation. Because during the training, we're told 90 minutes, okay, but a lot of times get into a customer's house, we find out that some presentations take over 2 hours. And for me, I'll be feeling tired already, because yes, you're trying to make sales, but for me, I feel I'll get tired, because by the time we talk, I will start looking at the customer's face to feel, is she catching up, or is she enjoying it? So I think we should talk about the timing. How long are we actually supposed to stay in the presentation, so that we don't get the customer right bored? Yes, they'll be very excited. They're very excited to go through, but how long are we supposed to stay there? Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now Philip, what I'm responding, just read your office so I can talk straight. Okay. Now the timing, the Salad Master presentation, if you are brand new, takes about 3 hours from beginning, start to finish. Then as you begin to practice, you cook more, the timing will begin to reduce. It takes 3 hours at the beginning because you are brand new and you are talking too much. And allowing the customer to talk too much. But as you get to know more, you can now control the presentation. When you go into a presentation, don't be carried away by the excitement of the customer. Sometimes you get the customer talking so much and you are carried away, just relax. No, you must be in control. You must be conscious of your time. And look, I don't have all the time. Because if you stretch that customer for 3 hours, by the end of the 3 hours, the customer's brain has gone to sleep. And the customer has gone to the village. Even though he's still there, which is gone to the village. Guess what? When it's not the most important part, which is write the check, the customer will say, I'll think about it, because you have overstretched his brain. So being in charge of the time, don't allow when the customer is talking, yes, you watch him talk, but you control. Control is very important. On the average, if you are very skilled in the presentation, you can finish a presentation in 2 hours. If you are very, 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 very skilled, and you have done several presentations, you can do a presentation without missing out any part in 1 hour. Because the presentation is, the cooking is about 35 minutes. The talking about 25 minutes. That gives you 1 hour. The cooking timing takes about 35 minutes when we start cooking. 15 minutes for the chicken to get ready, some salad and everything. But if you follow the sequence, 1 hour, you can actually finish. But don't try to rush a 1 hour presentation when you are brand new, because you make mistakes. So the average, ideally, is if you are new and you're completing a presentation in 2 hours, that's very great. That's very, very great. If not, the standard time for a salad master presentation is 3 hours. But you have to be in control of the time. Huh? You have to control the time. When I started, I've done a presentation for 5 hours. And guess what? At the end of the day, I didn't make a sale. And I was very, very tired and thirsty. I was useless to myself. 5 hours, you know. I pity myself that day. So don't do like me. Stick to the script. Don't get excited by excited. I like the customer just to be dragging up and down. No, control. Okay, next person. Yes, next person quickly. I think it's she's about Choma Eze. Next person, please.
Choma Eze. Next person, please.
I really like the first one is building confidence when I'm doing a presentation. That's the other part of it. So it was one. I canvas. That confidence was most important. So I should not be afraid of making mistakes during the presentation. Then the second one is assuming I have the new person that I'm attached to go for presentation with. I should give that person a good presentation, irrespective of how qualified the customer is. Then the third part of it, which I always want to be. I'm glad that it's important to carry my customer not only engaging them in conversation, but to allow them to do cooking. And also to take part in the cutting of the salad. That's what I like. And another one is when I'm going for presentation, I also go with extra in case there's mistakes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, next person. Next person, please.
Next person, please.
Okay, thank you so much. My own is actually a basic because the presentation that I wanted the customer to do the cooking. Yes, the one day is I'm so tired, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit on the bench. So in such a situation, what should I do?
Mark, can you please talk louder? I can't hear you.
I said that I appreciate all that you are training us on, and I'm also blessed. But I'm saying that in the situation where you went for a presentation and you wanted to involve the customer, and the customer warned you that no, that she's not ready to do anything, she's just ready to watch you and see what you're doing. What will you do in such a situation?
No problem. No problem. Mrs. Haji, so thank you so much for lending your arm today. Okay, I'm just going to do everything. I know, of course, I'm going to some homes where you have some very big people who might not want to do anything because they don't cook. It's their chef that does the cooking. guess what? I will give them is the way I ask them. I'm not going to say, Madam, come and cook this thing for me. No, guess what I'm going to do? Watch me. Let me go back to the. So, Mrs. Oji, I've cut the yam, and I put the yam now. I put the yam now here. Can you see? So, and I say, Mrs. Oji, what temperature do you put your gas? What's here? I'm helping you to do it, and then you put it, and then you say, and then you set the temperature on which you are going to cook. Watch now. Now, and before Mrs. Oji, who is the wife of Oshibanjo, or what's his name? Buhari. Sorry, this thing is not working. Okay, whatever it is. So I ask her, what temperature should I set this thing in? She talks about the temperature, and I say, okay. So, and I say, okay. So, can you see my temperature? Is it showing? 9 is 9, right? Okay, that's your house cooking. What if I take it down to 7 or even 6? What would this be do to you? See what I've done now? I'm just asking her a question. I'm not asking her to do any cooking. Then next, I'll show her this and say, Ma, can you just please put this on? I say, Ma, can you just put this? Can you just put this on it like this? The way I have put it, guess what? She will just unconsciously take it and drop it. And the minute she drops it, I start to clap. I say, Madam, can you see how easy it is to cook in Salad Master? Do you get it, man? I have not asked her to cook. See the way I've walked her through cooking. Now I put the chicken on. Inside the skillet, and I put the first chicken on it. When I put the first chicken, and I just pass this to her, I say, Ma, can you just try this done? She's going to take one. The way I put it, unconsciously, she will take it from her. She will drop one chicken there. Now, why do I do this? Why I do this is because I'm not a chef. I'm not, even if I'm Jonathan, who is a very good chef. Let's clap for Jonathan from the back. Clap for Jonathan. So even if I'm Jonathan, I'm not there to teach her how to cook. Because when she has invested in the set, I will not be going to her house every day to cook for her. She has to cook her food. Or even if she's not cooking, she has chef. She has to know what her chef is doing. I tell her, Ma, you're going to be investing so much money on this thing, okay? It's your health. And it's important, Ma, you know what your chef are doing for you. So, Ma, even if I know you have lots of chefs, but Ma, it's important you know what those will do cook for you. And the way I put it, she's going to say, yes, you look at it. But if I go and say, Madam, you're going to cook today, she says, no, I don't cook. My chef will do it. So you use diplomacy and work out the customer properly, and then you get it. Does that answer your question, man? Does that answer your question? Philip, don't be sleeping on this. I want to hear you sit. You have a seat. We have time.
We have time.
Ma, does that answer your question?
Ma, does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next person.
Next person.
Please, the next person, just go straight to what you learned. Don't be nice to me, please. you should be nice to me only when I'm writing you a big check next week. So don't thank me. Go straight.
So from today, I meant to always go on a presentation with a positive mindset that I can do it. And also, I should always follow my script when doing the presentation. And I shouldn't feel bad when a customer does not invest because if they don't invest now, can still invest later. And again, the customer is the one losing for not investing in solar master that way. Then I should also go with the full pack for a presentation. And I should have more than enough food just in case something happens. And also when doing the presentation, I should create fun within the environment. And also lastly, when I'm going for a presentation, I should always go with a sponge just in case I burn my vegetable.
Now going with the sponge, it's not only because you burn your vegetable, because when you are going on a presentation, you could get a presentation from that presentation. So when any presentation you go for, you are expected to wash your cookware in that house, clean everything in that house. So it's when you have your sponge, it's quickly in a few minutes you finish cleaning all yourself. It's also part of the way of selling the set. When the person see that thing was very dirty, and in a few minutes while they are eating, you are finished cleaning the cookware, everything is clean, you are packing it back again clean. You say, wow, this thing cleans very fast. I should have this thing. Yes, next person. So always clean your cookware for the presentation. Don't bring dirty cookware to the office to clean. Next person. Yes, is this Queen?
Yes, this Queen.
Yes, sir. When I do a presentation, I should be bold, don't be afraid, and I shouldn't claim to know everything. I shouldn't be an oversat, claim to know everything. I should always follow my script so as not to make mistake. And then I should to go with rich facts and create fun in my presentation too. And I should also make sure that I get the customer to do the cooking while I do the supervising of the cooking. Thank you, sir.
Let's clap for Queen. Let's clap for Queen. Let's congratulate her. She's going to deliver a chef set this week. Let's give it to her. Let's go to her. Let's go to her. Congratulations, chef set this week. Let's give it to her. Okay. Next person. Chidaba.
What I got today is that one, I can do it. I'm no longer scared. Yeah.
Let's give it on to her. She's no longer scared. Let's give it to her.
So by doing mistake, I'll be able to become perfect. And the customer will not know what is going on. And then I'll make it fun, make it a way that the customer will get involved in the cooking and also be part of it so that she has, or he or she has already started using Salad Master while in the house. So that's all I got.
Let's give it on to her. Another chef said. Another chef said. Another chef said. Yes.
Yes, chef said. All right. What I learned today is I should always carry my customer along, and at the end of the presentation, I should ask them what interests them most in the presentation.
Good. Mommy Josh, two chef sets. One for Josh, one for Joy. Two chef sets in a presentation. Two.
Amen.
Everything has increased my confidence. And if I go for presentation, I should be confident. And in the course of the presentation, I should involve my audience, my customers, in everything. I should have fun and then involve them. Even during cooking, they should participate so that it will be fun. And even if I make mistake, they won't know. So if I have that self-confidence, they won't know. So I should just go on and then involve them, and at the end, I should be able to ask them to assess my presentation. Thank you.
And never forget to leave a presentation with another form. Never, even if they say, okay, I'm going to pay next week. I'll come back, I've got your number. Okay, I've got your number, I'll call you later. Okay, so what side you want to call me on? Let me give you another form now. What side are you calling me on? Write down the order. Okay, just that if you don't invest today, you're not getting a premium. But let me just write the order and I'll give you a copy of the order for you and I'll call you back. So when you finish the presentation, make sure there's an order form, give them the copy, and then you take a copy. If at the end of the day, if you call them, they don't take their call again, it's just piece of paper, you can just tear it and trash it away. But make sure they have, don't, when they tell you, okay, I have your number, I'll call you, I'll pay next week, and I did not give another form. They have not done anything. You must make sure you get an order. You must write an order before you leave the house. Okay, next person. Next person, quickly.
So with this training today, I have this morale that I can do a presentation. And I've also learned that when going for a presentation, you should carry your sponge along. Because yesterday after the presentation, I was to watch the cookware. I was in the customer's kitchen, busy looking for their sponge. And I couldn't find it. I had to go back and ask them for the sponge. So with this training, I've learned that you should carry your sponge along. Thank you.
Okay, next person.
What I learned today, I just learned that as I'm going out for the presentation and the customer is aware of my program, even if I should make mistake, I'll be able to retract my step and go back and do something just as you mentioned. And also, the other one is that I always carry the customer along by letting them know how they will do it, what they do it by themselves to promote the market by them doing it themselves. That means just be doing the good talking and people to not they'll be watching me like television. So I'm always kind of what I'm doing.
You know, it's dangerous to let them just watch television. They watch television, they'll clap for you. They say, this man has done magic. Clap for him, magic. They say, we'll think about it. Yes, next person. Next person.
Very much. Thank you. I learned that I should always go with a positive mindset. I learned that I should be bold, I should be confident because I have the information they don't have. And also, I learned that I have to create a connection between the customer and salad master cookware by allowing them to cook the food by themselves. All I have to do is just to give them instruction on what to do. And I also learned that if I don't know, maybe they ask me a question, if I do not know it, I should be confident to tell them that I do not know it. And if it is very, very important, I'll just tell them that I can place the call to my boss.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me talk again about this issue of being honest that you don't know. Because some customers want to use to destabilize you in a presentation. Or you go into a home, some people will come and start using those questions to come and destabilize you. And I've had presentations where those who I know are not the one who can invest in my cookware. They just come in to use your mouth to do tatafo, to try to spend my market for me. And they want to come and be distant. I silently shun them. I tell them, okay, no problem. That question I asked, very important. Please don't forget that question. This is Deborah. That question you just asked just now about diabetes. Please don't forget it. Very important question. We'll come back to that. So now, as I was saying, when as I was saying, you see, when you turn this cookware is free and easy to use, and you turn it this way, and it brings out that question again. Say, yes, I have not forgotten. Tell your question, Deborah, please make sure write it down, note it down. I'm noting it down now. I'll take my paper. I just note it down. I'm going to come back to that. Remind me properly. And then, so as I was saying, now we put the chicken like this, and then put it on fire, and then we turn it. After 15 minutes, we're going to do this. She has asked me that question twice. I know the question is one kind of question to try to destabilize me. I have properly put her in one corner. I continue my presentation. Then when I get to one stage, I say, okay, yes, you were asking about, you were asking earlier about diabetes. Now, I haven't eaten your chicken like this. What benefit will it be to him, Mrs. Deborah? Will this help to increase cholesterol or reduce cholesterol? Ms. Deborah, can you answer the question now? You see, she has asked me a question to destabilize me, right? And I've carefully twisted the question. I got to a place, I've thrown the question back to her. So be in control. Be in control. Don't get, you see. If they ask me a question I really don't know about, like to say, can you get me, you say they cook with 75% this thing, University of Wisconsin, the kind of this thing. So therefore, can you give me a paper, the document to prove? Thank you very much, sir. I don't have the document here, but if it's that important to you, then we'll talk about that. But right now, I don't have the papers here. Like I told you, I'm not a scientist. I'm just a mouthpiece of salad master. You see, if my cookware will talk, I will have no job. You see, I'm just here to say what the expert are written down. But don't worry, if that report from Wisconsin is very important to you, we'll come back to that. And I continue. Now, if you ask for that question, okay, I have gone to a presentation when a woman asked me, so how do you do vegetable soup with this? I told her, madam, don't worry. When we deliver your set to you, we'll bring a chef who will walk you through how you can cook it. Because how to prepare vegetable soup is not part of my script. You get it? It's not part of my script. Okay, so how do you do ogbono soup with this? How do you do ofe riro? Don't worry, Mrs. Victoria, when we deliver your set to you, sure, ofe riro, note it down. We'll make sure I'll bring somebody, an expert, who will come and show you how to do ofe riro. Finish. But when you now begin to say, okay, you know, if you want to do jollof rice, you can now do this, you can do this, you can start talking about those procedures. Guess what? You are eating into your time. You don't have the time. As a customer, oh, jollof rice, you're a specialist, right? Good. When we deliver your set to you, note it down, we'll show you how we cook jollof rice for you on that day. Is that understood? Okay, yeah, next person quickly. Sorry, we've taken most of our time already.
I don't know the experience I got from the field of money. In fact, Abraham took me on by getting the customers out by asking me to do this or this so from the questionnaire that I gave to the customer, so everything from the basis of my carrot test, other explanation, that to the cooking, that to the process, everything guided me. From time to time, I asked them, from the questionnaires we indicated, these are the areas that you think, I think, that I think is the challenge with the guide of those response from the questionnaire, I was able to do the myself. So I learned how from the training there, I learned how not to be put fears on myself first, to be composed, to be focused, and two, I learned to get the customers involved step by step from the cutting of the salad down to before clearing and washing up. So I thought by them feeling it and seeing the differences from their own way, at every given point, they discover that this is amazing. And with that, you can be able to move.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, next person. The questionnaire is very important. Don't skip your questionnaire. Yes, next person.
To carry the customer. I learn to carry the customer along, make them do the cooking, and create fun out of my presentation.
Yeah, fun is very important. If your presentation is dull, they won't want to unleash your she's fun. Man, this guy will make you laugh. Oh. You're already enjoy your time. You know? Yes, next person. Who has not spoken? Abraham.
Abraham.
Who has not spoken? Abraham. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now in closing, there are 16 of you that have been in this training today, and those online and those in the office. From the 16 of you, between now and Friday, I need 50 presentations cooked. We're going to go into, we have a program going on now, the 30-day challenge that's going on. It's a very good way of, if your customer is not involved in the 30-day challenge right now, make sure you inform them that the 30-day challenge is going. Of course, they cannot join again because the program has started. It's 30 days. You don't join at the beginning. You don't join. If you don't join, if you miss out at the beginning, you can't enter at the middle. Because what the program that is going on now is a program that works. If you take it that 30 days complete and you follow the discipline, you will definitely get the result in your head. And the idea of doing that program is for customers to see the benefit. And when they see the benefit, the thing happening to them, guess what? They're going to give more presentations. They give you more presentations. And that's why it's very important that you inform your customers. So those who are not involved now, let them know why we're going on and tell them the benefit, tell them what they are missing out. So when we have the next one, they can enroll to join the next one. And by God's will, we're going to get testimonials from this, which we're going to share with customers. And guess what's going to happen to the customers? Can somebody tell me what is expected to happen to a customer who has gone through this 30 days challenge? This free program I'm doing for 30 days for customers. What do you think will be the response of the customers at the end of the program? Anybody to give me an answer? Anybody?
It seems to be positive because from the results they will see on their own self, most of them will do, if there are some that don't have the set, or I mean those who want their friends or relatives to see it, by the results they will get from that experience challenge, they will be more encouraged to introduce more people.
Now, how would they be looking at us at the end of the 30 days? How would they be looking at us as a company at the end of the 30 days? Correct. This program it's a program that know that, look, we are not only about sales. We're actually after about their own well-being, about their health. So we expect that more customers are going to be more people are going to draw into, we're going to get more sales. We're expecting that at the end of this program, September is going to be a huge program time for us. We're going to have a lot of sales because even 2 weeks into the program, they will start seeing changes in our body. Those who have fat tummies notice their weight is coming down. And guess what? They're going to tell us more about, give us more referrals. That's why you must get all your customers to know about this program is ongoing now and let them know that it's going to be a second, a repeat for those who have not joined. Get them to inform get Get as many people as possible to join. This week, everybody must cook. What did I say? Everybody must cook 3, minimum of 3, minimum of 3. And I expect those that will cook 5. I expect some. Chizoba is going to cook 5. Let's clap for her. 5. Chizoba is cooking 5 this week. That's if you are cooking 5, I'm calling your name. Just stand up. Chizoba, yes, who is that standing? That's Chizoba is cooking 5. Chizoba, let's clap for her. She stands up. Let's start for. Yes, Choma is cooking 5 this week. Let's clap for her. Cooking 5. Let's clap for Queen. Queen is cooking 5. Queen is cooking 5. Let's clap for Victoria. Victoria is cooking 5 for Victoria. Let's Cosmos is cooking 5. Let's keep clapping as you're standing up. It's coming up. Let's give it on to Faith. Faith is cooking 5 this week. Faith 5 for Faith, and 5 for Faith. And now Philip is cooking 5. Deborah is cooking 5. And Abraham is cooking 6. Let's go on to Abraham. 6 for Abraham. And Jonathan is cooking 5. Let's go on to Jonathan 5. Murphy, Murphy. Okay, let me give you Murphy. Murphy, keep 3. Let's keep Kiri. Miss Oladejo is cooking 5. Let's give on to her. Mrs. Yebosa is cooking 5. Let's give on to her. So let's do this. Let's do it. We can, and let's go out and let's smash the many days of this month. Let's smash the many days of this month and let's enter September. Don't let people give you any excuse. Oh, the people always give an excuse. School fees. Forget them. Forget them. They are going to go abroad for, because of Corona. Some people did not go on vacation, so they will have the money. They have to spend on their head. So let's go. Let's have a great week, and thank you all for being on the call today. I'm going to hand over back to Abraham to close the office. Abraham is not there. Okay, let me hand. Yeah, Abraham. Okay, Abraham. Yes. Yeah, you can close the office.
Salam, Master. Thank you so much for the training, sir. This is an eye-opener. You just nailed everything that we're all supposed to know, so that going forward it will be much easier and we have the confidence to do our presentations ourselves. And so, because we've had something very, very unique, there is no point having to spoil it today. So with the ginger and everything, I will believe that we should be going straight into a book and turn so that we can get the appointments to go out and do these presentations.
Yeah.
Salad Master!
Okay, so thank you once again, sir. We really appreciate the training. So we'll be closing out into the book and talk. There's a delay. Okay, so Mr. Cosmos, you just close us with prayers and so that we'll go.
Of the Son, of the Holy Spirit.
Who shall the grace?
And the grace of our
Techno kid, Faithful narrative.
Baby, sorry now. I'll explain to you.
Wow. I don't want to give you back.
You never buy food.
I won't buy. No. Let's see one. What do you want? Contract. You don't say contract. Are you serious? Are you sure? Contract, like, you don't say anything. All right, I'll work on that. I hope you're following the script. I'll make a point available. Thank you. Repeatedly. When I agree, repeatedly. Thank you. Yeah. Send me a message. I'll tell you everything. Then just say Murphy. Just write the name Murphy. Because I get a lot of messages from a lot of people. Even the phone number is on net. So people making inquiries, people applying for jobs. I get about 40 messages. So just write your name. Once I see your name, I'll know you're the one. I'll send you all our handles, our social media handles. You know, No. It's a way of advertising. No.
You know what? As much as you don't advertise,